Why, hello! How are you all doing today? That was a little loud. I have a treat for you all. I was at my old-fashioned homegrown art store just the other day, and I found some panda pastels. I thought I would try them out for you on camera. Come on. Let's give them a try. So we got these panda pastels. Oh. Okay. Let me just, well, that feels creamy. I really like the feel of these. They layer well. At least on this paper. It's got good coverage. Scratches off well. The purple's a little blotchy. Light layers pretty well on top of dark. So this is with the gallery, and this is with the new pandas. So they're not quite as smooth. They're a little blotchier. They're more like Cray-pas. Let's see if I can get a Cray-pas eye for you. That looks like Cray-pas. Not bad. I wouldn't put it above gallery. Let's try to draw something bigger with it. Hey? Go ahead and put another eye down. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm using the same scratchy paper as I did with the last pastel piece, just to see how soft the pastels really are. It is so much better than with the Expressionist. These pandas are a lot softer, but they aren't as pigmented. It's kind of how it is with pastels. There's a lot of variety in the makeup of the sticks. Some are hard like crayons, and some are like drawing with lipstick. be ever so slightly more realistic with the colors here, just to make sure I try out most, if not all of the colors to be sure of their formulation. Some sgraffito for the shine spots. These pandas don't layer that opaquely, but then again none of the pastels I've tried have. Gallery is one of the ones that comes the closest to getting the job done without sgraffito. These pastels are feeling like a nice between spot for the Expressionist and the Gallery, with a pigment load of about a Crayola, or the Holbein Student that I have. I'm going to put some layers of color on the white of the eye, sandwiching it with the white pastel. It takes at least 3 layers, which puts it above most of the pastels I've layered. This paper isn't giving me any trouble this time at least. Might even be helping a bit since it's so rough and it grabs a lot more pigment than a smooth paper like the Multimedia sketchbook I used on the last one. The light pink goes down pretty smoothly. It's a bit hard to see because I got my camera settings wrong and I didn't notice until after I had shot the whole thing. Turns out, you have to change the light sensitivity when you change the light level. Oh well, it's all a learning curve. At least the orange shows up. It's almost fluorescent in the picture, which is not how it shows up at all in person. Speaking of colors, this set has a great range of colors with 3 shades of brown in varying tints, and a lot of reds and yellows. It also has 2 pinks and 2 peaches, so a great level of variety for portraits. Quick sweep with my trusty mop and the eye is almost finished. Time for some skin. Orange for the top and pink for the bottom. This reference photo has a finger pulling down on the bottom lid, so the skin is stretched there, and the waterline is particularly visible. I'm a little freaked out by the lack of eyelashes though, and the epithelial fold needs more distinguishing. They do get done. Eventually. So far the only underpigmented pastel I've found is the purple, which is fairly common. If you look at Rosie Man's background, you'll see the same grainy texture from the Crayola. Doing some blending with the peach to try to take down the orange and blend it with the pink a bit more. Finally, what even is that little dot called? Google says it's called a Plica semilunaris. It's kind of silly that it doesn't have a proper name yet, in English at least. Shows a lack in the English language for sure. This folded skin is also the vestiges of a third eyelid called a nictitating membrane. When it's not vestigial, it protects the eye from damage while still providing some vision. You see it a lot in aquatic and desert-dwelling organisms. Oop, trusty mop. I think our closest relative that has one is the gorilla. I'm going to detail the finger some. The white is actually quite opaque on top of the orange. This is without scratching any off at all. This is finally seeing the eyelashes drawn in. I always get eyelashes falling out and getting caught in my eye, and it hurts so dang much. I usually end up pruning my eyelashes by pulling on them lightly so as to get the ones that are about to fall out. It's a dirty habit, but it's hard to break. You know, okay, eyelash facts. Eyelashes are there to keep dirt and sweat from getting into the eye. They're probably as old as hair is, but eyelashes don't fossilize easily. Actually, owls. Okay, owls have an analogous structure to eyelashes, except they're obviously not hair. They're modified feathers. And feathers exist in one form or another since before dinosaurs existed. So, it's possible that dinosaurs even had eyelashes. Think of it. A beautiful little velociraptor flashing those baby blues behind enormous wings of eyelashes. a green underlayer and some orange on top of it for the part where the nose starts flaring out. It turns out a bit sickly, to be honest, but the pastels are still doing their thing even with the layering. It's honestly impressive since these were like 10 bucks. Even the whole beans were about 15 and that's a pack of 16. So value for a dollar is top notch for sure. To complete the pumpkin look, the eyebrow is a nice scratchy shade of green. In hindsight, probably would have been better off as a dark brown or maybe a deep purple, but it is what it is. Sgraffito is taking a good amount of pigment off still, and it actually shows up on camera. There's another difference from Gallery. Gallery is too soft and it kind of melts into the paper. Ooh, I should try Gallery on this paper. I bet it'd be even more tolerable than these pandas. Some Sgraffito under the eye, and I go back in with the peach. Third layer again. Still goes smooth. Actually, it almost sounds like a beer commercial. Very refreshing. Gonna put a bit of black down to block in the side of the head. This black is really good. Quite opaque. You can especially see it on the pupil, but even with just one layer, it's good. Actually, almost too good. It smears like crazy. Kinda makes the forehead look a bit more rounded, so it works out. Squaring off that picture. It's very nearly done. Just a bit more blending ahead of me and we're good to go. Shade in under the brow right beside the nose. Shade in. Actually, let's just look at it for a bit. And it's good to sign. I actually get my signature right this time. I'm very proud of that. And now, trusty mop brush. Just a little bit of blending from those two shades of orange. Yep, just gonna blend until my arm falls off. Actually, let's just go hog wild with this Q-tip. Just everything gets a good rub. And it's done! Huzzah! So, final verdict for these Panda Pastels. Royal Talens Panda Pastels. I actually really liked them. I used the same terrible paper that I did for Ear Beach. And they were much smoother. They're very buttery. And they really, guys, 10 bucks for a 24 pack? That's really good. If you see these in your local art store, get them. But I mean, if you're interested in pastels, well, I don't know why you'd be watching me if you weren't, but if you like the video, please remember to leave a like and maybe consider subscribing if you'd like to see more in the future.